Jay, you gonna have Blake on your bike, man? Huh? Any chances of picking up Blake Lively and having her on the back of this?
Never happened.
maybe Justin has a better chance.
Huh?
Justin Baldoni might have a better chance as a guy, man.
I think everybody has a better chance.
Wow, thanks, Jay. You're the best, man.
The VanSham CEO strikes again. Justin Baldoni's publicist, in her litigation against his former publicist, Jen Abel, his current publicist, had a very messy split from Stephanie Jones. She fired her, according to her, ceased her personal devices and sensitive information, including health information. That same day, Leslie Sloan threatened Melissa Nathan, the crisis communications expert. It's unclear if Stephanie Jones handed over everything willingly to Team Delulu, but
in Hollywood, power is everything. But when that power turns toxic, the empire that once shielded you becomes the cage that traps you.
This year has been full of the highest highs and the lowest lows of my life. No surprise, I've had like a pretty intense year.
Blake Lively, once untouchable, is now at the center of a storm. A storm that started with whispered rumors, exploded into a multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuit, and now threatens to engulf her entire, carefully crafted public image.
Are you following the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively drama?
Yeah. No, that doesn't really. That just seems silly to me. I don't know. I can't say. California is on fire. I read about it, but didn't get a chance to click on that one. But I will click on it now. I will find out what's happening here.
And when a legend like Jay Leno publicly throws shade, that's more than just a celebrity jab. It's a sign that the walls are crumbling around her. Today, we dive deep into the explosive story of legal battles, secret subpoenas, mysterious affidavits, and PR tactics that could change Hollywood forever.
It's silly to say I've been fortunate to not experience anything that Lily has, and I think that that's why the performance is one that I'm very proud of, because it feels very authentic and true to like an emotional journey that I can track. So the way that I react to a situation, instead of doing like exactly what's on the page, if she's gonna react this way, I may feel the exact same feeling, but I may not react the way that it's written that she reacts.
Jay Leno, a fixture of late night TV for decades, is famously polite and measured. But during a recent interview, he was asked a simple, innocent question. Would you ever give Blake Lively a ride on your motorcycle? His response, that would never happen.
All right. Jay, you gonna have Blake on your bike, man? Huh? Any chances of picking up Blake Lively and having her on the back of this?
Never happened.
Everybody has a better chance than her. That line didn't just land. It detonated. Why?
Maybe Justin has a better chance.
Huh?
Justin Baldoni might have a better chance as a guy, man.
I think everybody has a better chance.
Wow, thanks, Jay. You're the best, man.
Because Leno doesn't publicly insult celebrities. He respects the industry. So for him to dismiss Blake so bluntly means something serious is happening behind the scenes.
Are you following the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively drama?
No, that doesn't really. That just seems silly to me. I don't know. I can't say. California is on fire. I don't know how many people are coughing through the flames trying to follow Blake Lively. I don't know.
I was the one who did that viral video, that viral interview with her. Did you watch that?
Oh no!
When she was not behaving so nice.
You know something? I read about it, but didn't get a chance to click on that one. But I will click on it now. I will find out what's happening here.
This wasn't shade. This was a strategic, calculated public signal that Blake's Hollywood shield is failing.
Never underestimate a woman's ability to endure pain.
This isn't my night. This is a night for all the women who we made this movie for. I think it was really important that we don't shy away from the issue. We really wanted to honor survivors.
Behind closed doors, a little-known lawsuit has been driving the narrative. A lawsuit involving a company called VanSham, but insiders have dubbed it VanSham. Why VanSham? Because this lawsuit, filed against 10 anonymous defendants.
the VanSham CEO strikes again. What a tangled web she weaves. As I told you yesterday, Justin Baldoni's publicist, in her litigation against his former publicist, filed a motion to compel from VanSham. Jen Abel, his current publicist, had a very messy split from Stephanie Jones, his former publicist.
Appeared to be less about justice and more about weaponizing the courts to intimidate and spy. The goal, to subpoena Jennifer Abel's phone and seize private texts and emails. But here's the catch. Jennifer Abel never saw this subpoena. No court order was presented to her, meaning she never legally consented to hand over her personal communications. Justin Baldoni's legal team immediately demanded to see the original subpoena and all related documents, because if this subpoena was invalid, everything obtained through it could be thrown out, and that would be a disaster for Blake's legal team, because much of her defense hinges on the evidence collected through this subpoena. The legal fight is just one side. The other is the battle for public opinion. Leslie Sloan, Blake Lively's longtime publicist, reportedly made calls to Melissa Nasson even before the subpoena was filed. Her chilling words of, "Seen the texts, you're going down." How could she see private texts before any court order? The answer suggests a well-oiled PR machine working in tandem with legal maneuvers, a premeditated smear campaign designed to silence critics before the facts could come out.
Jones found out that Abel was leaving to start her own PR agency, so she fired her instead of letting her quit, took her devices, cell phone and laptop, and then that very same day that she terminated Jen Abel and improperly, according to her, seized her personal devices and sensitive information, including health information, that same day, the publicist for the Plantation Princess somehow found out some of the things that Jen Abel was saying. So Leslie Sloan hit up Melissa Nathan. This is like literally a series of books. This is novel after novel, and just
Jennifer Abel's team has pushed back hard, filing motions demanding full transparency about the VanSham lawsuit and all communications around it. If the judge agrees the subpoena was a sham used in bad faith, it could mean tossing out all evidence Blake's team has used to support their smear narrative, devastating for Blake's case.
Riveting. I'm fascinated by it all because it's such a truly tangled web. Leslie Sloan threatened Melissa Nathan, the crisis communications expert. It's unclear if Stephanie Jones handed over everything willingly to Team Delulu, but the VanSham lawsuit was filed. That's a company of hers or her husband's, TBD. And they filed this anonymous lawsuit back in the fall where they did not notify Justin or Jen or any of the Baldoni Wayfarer parties, but this anonymous lawsuit for breach of contract, which, how did Justin Baldoni have breach of contract with the VanSham company? He didn't.
Now let's talk about James Vatusa, the Daily Mail reporter, whose affidavit played a pivotal role in the dismissal of the lawsuit against Blake, Leslie Sloan, and Ryan Reynolds. In his affidavit, Vatusa denied ever telling anyone that Justin Baldoni assaulted or harassed Blake Lively and expressed regret about his text messages being used in court. This affidavit was cited on over 10 pages of the judge's dismissal order, effectively sinking the claims against Blake's team. But here's the bombshell. Vatusa now wants to withdraw that affidavit, claiming he was coerced and threatened by his employer to sign a statement that wasn't true. If the affidavit is withdrawn, the entire dismissal could be called into question, potentially reopening the case. New lawyers have joined forces with Wayfarer Legal to demand the affidavit be struck from the record, promising to expose the truth behind what really happened. This could change everything. Justin Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, has been vocal about their next moves. We're moving forward with discovery. We intend to prove there was no harassment or smear campaign, as Blake alleges. The court's dismissal doesn't change the facts. Despite the judge's dismissal, Baldoni's legal team is confident and relentless, continuing to seek justice and expose what they say is a false narrative. On the other side, Blake's reps claim a total victory, but with mounting legal challenges and public skepticism, their confidence may be premature. The fallout is not just legal, it's cultural. Jay Leno's public disavowal was only the start. In Hollywood's exclusive circles, comedians are whispering jokes, publicists are stepping back, and former allies are falling silent. That silence speaks volumes. It signals that Blake's shield is cracking, and a new chapter is beginning. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, we'll explore Leslie Sloan's shadowy role in Hollywood's PR machine and what it means for Blake's future. Are you Team Blake or Team Baldoni? Comment below, subscribe, and ring the bell to keep up with the latest.
The judge is not Well, some people might say he is, but the judge is at least a university graduate, okay? He's not a total idiot. Abel already received the Doe subpoena and documents from Miss Lively, a party to the related litigation with Abel, and any communications involving Miss Jones, to the extent they exist, should be obtained from her through document requests Abel has made to Miss Jones. Ultimately, the motion is consistent with Abel and her counsel's pattern of using the court's docket to advance public relations narrative in the media.